Hi, Mrs. Jacobs here, physics teacher at Naperville North, and I'm doing a tutorial on how to use a math model to solve for an unknown. This is a review from some previous videos, but a linear equation format is y equals mx plus b, and the math model format replaces the y and x with the true y and x variables from the graph, and then the slope and the y-intercept have to have the correct unit next to them. So this is an example of a math model from a graph. Money earned would be the dependent variable. Time is the independent variable. The slope was $16 per hour, and the y-intercept was $20. This is it written in words. This is it written in symbols. Oh, actually, no, this would be symbols. This would be T for time and M for money earned. So today's tutorial goes through, what if you see a question where you're asked to use the model to solve for something? For example, a sample question: how much money is earned after working 6.5 hours? Or if you earned $200, how many hours did you work? So I'm going to walk through how to solve both of these questions. We start with question 1. I like to write out what we know. We know that the time is 6.5 hours, and we don't know how much money is earned. We're trying to find the total money earned. I also like to rewrite the model, $16 per hour times T. I prefer to write it with the symbols, but you can always use words if you want to. Now, what I know is I'm going to be plugging in 6.5 hours for time, and I'm going to be solving for how much money that makes. So M is still unknown, $16 per hour times 6.5 hours plus $20. When I have hours, the unit in the denominator and in the numerator, that unit cancels out. Okay, but these numbers do not cancel out. I have to plug in what is 16 times 6.5 into my calculator. And I get 104 is this multiplication, 16 times 6.5 plus 20. So my answer would be $124 was earned from 6.5 hours of work. Question number 2. If you earned $200, how many hours did you work? Here, the money is known, and the time of working, the amount of hours, is unknown. I'm going to write the math model out once again. I always like to start with that. And I'm using it like an algebraic equation. Now, what I know is $200. That goes in for N. What is unknown is the T, the time. Okay. It's important to note that these two terms on the right-hand side of the equation are not like terms. This term has the unknown variable in it, T. That's what I'm going to solve for. This here has no unknown variable. It's $20. So these two terms, the $200 and the $20, those are my like terms. Those are the terms that need to be combined first. So I'm going to subtract 20 from both sides of the equation. I get 180 on the left-hand side, and I still have $16 per hour times time on the right-hand side. I'm going to divide both sides by $16 per hour. When I do that, on the right-hand side, this slope cancels out because I'm dividing by the same thing. And over here, just the dollar sign cancels out, and I'm going to be left over with hours over here. What I plug in my calculator is 180 divided by 16. So the answer is 11.25 hours equals time. Okay. Now, It could be that your teacher requires you to show the units in every step of the way. It could be that your teacher, once you get to this point, allows you to let the units drop off. For example, this could become 200 equals 16t plus 20. This is the same equation as this. It just doesn't have the units by the slope and the y-intercept anymore. It's a little easier maybe to see what you're solving for, that you're solving for time. The math is exactly the same. I'd be dividing by 16 on both sides, and I get the answer 11.25, but I have to remember that I do need a unit with my answer. Every teacher will require that. So you'll need to ask your teacher if they're going to require the units throughout the work, or if it's okay to show the algebra like this and then just have the correct unit at the end. Hopefully this was helpful.